First of all, let's put the black woman first in the it's there and the racism. It's not the same as American racism. Racism is alive and well in France. It is not. It does not operate the same way. Mainly, a huge difference is that there are structural safeguards in place that blocks the outland like blocks the occurrence or ensures that there are consequences
Well, okay.
for
As the American here, let me in the US, that is a country, and I know the Jamaican Black experience is different because you're the
different.
majority in your country. In the US, Black folks are a minority, and the structures and the systems that exist in the US are based in racism to begin with.
Exactly.
So racism has, I don't know, a stronger grip, we could say, on the United States. Whereas I'm just going to go out here on the limb and say France did not start as a multicultural place.
No,
So
no.
some of its like structures and whatnot existed, I don't want to say before the racism, but like they didn't have to, the racism wasn't so much
No,
a
no,
thing.
no, no, no.
It
It's
comes
deeply
it comes
embedded
late.
racism in France. It's
Okay.
deeply embedded. What
Okay.
is the structures that I'm talking about? So, because France was not a diverse place, it was not like it was quite homogeneous, at least racially. um in things colonization and slavery and all of that did a number, and they're still, there that played a huge part. And I keep forgetting this term, but there is a term that in France it talks about Frenchness, and embedded in Frenchness is whiteness, like being white. I really there is a word that they use and I really forget it, and I'm always pissed all the time. But the structures that I'm talking about is the evolution and the critical thinking that has gone into um, making things inclusive. And so the racism, even though it's still embedded within the foundation of things, it's not allowed to run rampant as it does in the US, I would say, as a reference point. For me being Jamaican, like you said, I am the majority, and so to say something super outlandish, my identity is kind of like a white person's identity, in the sense that I get to be. If you ask a Jamaican who they are, they're not going to start, "I'm a black person." We don't. It's I am Diedre. I am, my personality, or maybe like my mother. I'm a mother. I'm a sister, or I'm blessed and highly favored. It's usually something about, usually something about like our personality or aspirations or something, and then they will list off like maybe 20 things, and then maybe finally they will remember, oh yeah, and I'm also black if they get there, right? Which I think, in my experience, just being in the US for so long and also among friends and media and all these things, many Americans or Black Americans are raised in relation to whiteness. And so their identities tend to be in relation to. So they start first with their identifier, etc.